It's so easy for your homeschool room and area to get so messy and disorganized throughout the year. But these 5 tools and products that I'm about to share with you really help keep my homeschool organized and manageable throughout the school year. So my kids and I can still find what we're looking for and have a better flow to our homeschool. And make sure you stay till the end to get a bonus tip of something that you can do that's free to organize your homeschool and take it to another level. Let's get into the video. Hi there, my name is Iman, and I help Muslim moms homeschool with confidence and joy while having routines and systems to keep on top of their home, all without sacrificing their own self-care. So even if you're not an organized person, we all know as homeschooling moms that it's very important to be somewhat organized and know where things are. It will cause less stress for you to find things. Your kids can have more independence to find their own things and start their own homeschool work, and also to protect your energy, because we all know how much energy and stress that it takes to look for things that you need right now but you cannot find. There are so many products and tools out there, but I wanted to share with you 5 tools and products that I love and that have changed the game for me in my homeschool organization. And remember, make sure you stay till the end to get a bonus tip that is free and you can use right now to up-level your homeschool organization. Number 1, having some sort of bins for your kids for their homeschool so they can organize their own books and curriculums. So your kids need their own way to organize all their books and their workbooks and their papers in a location that they can easily find. And some people use baskets, but I love this bin system that I got from Michael's. And so basically, my child keeps all of his work in this bin, all of his books, all of his resources, and also his, it's not on here, but also his supplies that he likes to keep on the top part of the bin. So it's a 2-piece bin. The bottom is all the books and the resources, and the top he likes to keep all his extra supplies, erasers, books, even Pokemon cards. Anything that belongs to him for his homeschool has to be in his bin. And so this bin system really helped my kids be more independent in their homeschool, and they know where their things are. When it's homeschool time, they grab their bin. Even my preschooler has one. They both grab their bin, my first grader and my preschooler, and they get started. So easy, so simple, so organized. So I got it from Michael's, and they do have 2 sizes, and I'll see if I can find the similar ones on Amazon, and I'll link it in my storefront, which I'll put in the description down below. Resource number 2 is, okay, I just need to grab it, is planners. And I love planning my homeschool and my home using my planner. So I have a homeschool planner and I have a home planner. So personally, I cannot do anything if I didn't sit down and plan for it. And planning really takes what I have in my head and all these thoughts that I have and what I want to do in my home, in my homeschool, and it gets it out of my head on paper that I can just look at and refer back to. Planning has really changed the game for me once I start doing. And what I do is I do daily planning and I do weekly planning, both in my homeschool and in my home. So in my homeschool, I use the Plum Planner, which I love, and it comes in 3 different sizes. For the longest time, I did not want to use a planner for my homeschool, and I actually just used a notebook, which is completely fine as well. But January of this year, I just decided that I wanted to try out a planner since I already love a planner for my home. And I looked into the Plum Planner, and they do have a homeschool version, which I actually got and I really enjoy. And I plan in the future to do an overview of my homeschool planner and what I put in my planner. But so far, the Plum Planner has been amazing to organize the subjects for each of my kids and our family subjects. Having a planner really organizes my homeschool because I write down the goals for each of my kid for that homeschool year, what subjects we're doing, what individual subjects my kids are doing every term, what family subjects we're doing. Everything I can just write down in my planner and I can refer back to and get it out of my head. In my home planner, I really use this to really manage my home and all my routines and my systems. I actually use a time blocking method to manage my day of everything that I have to do when it comes to managing my homeschool, managing my home, and having a planner with a vertical layout that I can break down into blocks really helps me use my time blocking system really well. So I really recommend having a home planner to really manage your home as well. So this planner I actually got from a fellow Muslim homeschooling mom, and I follow her on Instagram, and I'll link her information down below. It's an amazing planner that she has, and I hope she creates more of it because she did stop making them. But it literally has, it's undated, meaning you write your own days and you can use it anytime in the year. And she always has a hadith or a Quran ayah at the top just to help remind you for that week. So I'll link her Instagram handle down below to see, hopefully, if you're interested in it, to see if she's still selling them. Let's get into the third item that I really love to organize my homeschool. And what it is a binder for your record keeping. So based on where you live in the world, you have to know the laws in where you live of your homeschool and what you have to keep track of and what you don't have to keep track of. So based on your laws is what you're gonna make sure you keep in your record tracking binder. So you have to figure out what your law is in where you live, your province or your state or your country, and make sure you keep those important documents in a binder, in a record keeping binder like this. So what I do is I have dividers that I use for each school year because I don't have to keep that much. I just keep my education plan in here. I have some of my kids' work and I keep receipts in here. So each year, so for example, the first one is for our school year this year, and next year I'm planning to use the next spot. So if you live in a province or a state that you have to keep a lot of work or keep a lot of papers for attendance and just a lot of paperwork, maybe you can use one binder for a school year and each divider could be one of your children. And so you can use it that way as well. If you are a Muslim mom who wants to start homeschooling but is scared and overwhelmed and you don't know how to begin, make sure you grab my free 5-step guide down in the description to help you start your homeschool. Okay, so tool number 4 that has really helped me is a Google Calendar. I seriously cannot live without my Google Calendar. It's free. Anybody can get it that has a Gmail account, and I use it to organize my homeschool and my home. In my homeschool, I put in all my appointments, any programs, any sports, anything that my kids have to do in a task in my Google Calendar. And for my home, I put all of my cleaning tasks in my Google Calendar and the cleaning blocks that I have throughout the week. I also put in my Sunday reset to reset my planners and my home to get ready for the next day, and my 3 non-negotiables, which is homeschooling, meal planning, and my Sunday reset. And these are different blocks I have in my Google Calendar. So I have specific time that I dedicate to these 3 non-negotiables that I have to complete. And so when I do my weekly and my daily planning in my 2 planners, I refer back to my Google Calendar, and that's what I use to plan my day every day and my weekly planning. I don't even have to think about what I have to do that week because any appointment or anything that I have to do for my home and my homeschool, it's in my calendar already as an appointment or a block. I use different colors to organize my Google Calendar. I have certain colors for my kids' activities, certain colors that I do homeschooling, certain colors that I do my cleaning. So use different colors to make your Google Calendar very pretty and something that you enjoy using. But I definitely recommend to get a Google Calendar. And the other thing is you can use it on your laptop and your phone or an iPad. You can use it on multiple different screens. And so because of my Google Calendar, every day and every week I know exactly what we're doing, and that's how I efficiently plan my homeschool and my home. And number 5, this is a tool that I use to organize the supplies in my house. So what I use is this one caddy type of organization system that I put all my extra supplies in that my kids are not putting in their own bins. So any extra crayons, paintbrushes, glue, tape, I stick in this caddy, and this is the main caddy that I bring out when my kids need extra supplies. Otherwise, so each of my kids have their own pencil case where they keep all of their own supplies, and they have to keep it in there. And I bring this out if we need any extra supplies. But as a homeschooling mom, I truly recommend to having one central location that you can grab for any extra supplies that is around your homeschool room and you don't know where to put it. So just having one simple, small, area that I can put all extra supplies really helps control having crayons and tape and glue everywhere in my house. The other thing is having one central location for your supplies. It's just easier for you just to come here and just to grab what you need. If your child needs a pencil or doesn't have an eraser, just grab what you need. And now that you stay till the end, I am gonna give you the bonus, which is the best tip I have. And you can do this for free, and you can do it right now in your house. And this would really up-level your organization in your homeschool. And this thing is decluttering. You have to declutter your homeschool area and your homeschool room often throughout the year. So what I do is we homeschool 6 weeks on and 1 week off. And that 1 week is the time that I take to do more of a deep cleaning in my house and the time I take to declutter my homeschool closet. So I go in, look at my closet, look at all the supplies and curriculums and books we have, and see what we're actually gonna use or what we're never gonna use. And I just make a little pile in my closet of things that we're never gonna use, just so I can either donate it or just sell it in the future. Decluttering really allows you to see what you have, what you're actually using, and what you don't need to have, and that's just taking up room. Truly, the less things that you have in your home and your homeschool, the easier it is to keep it organized. And I truly believe this. I'm not fully minimalism, but I try to only have things that I love and I use and my kids love and my kids use. So I guess I do try to keep more of a minimal home and a minimal homeschool. If you really enjoyed this video all about organization and you are Canadian and you are interested in starting homeschool in Canada, make sure you check out the next video on the screen to learn about all the laws and regulation of every province so you can homeschool legally.